Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Aryan. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm all good.
Can you please just introduce yourself? I mean, what's your name and what do you do?
My name is Vibhas Chabda, and I am from Shri Balaji Investments. And we are in a business of providing financial advice to individuals, specifically in the mutual fund distribution business. To be specific, if you uh, ask about the business model, and this is what we do.
Okay, so how many years it's been of you in this business?
I have been into this business for the past 3 years, and for the last 3 years, we are giving financial advice to individuals.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
so how do you thought of doing this business? I mean, what came to your mind?
Uh, well, to be quite frank, that I was always fascinated about this fields, the stock markets, and how I can accumulate wealth for myself. So I started by learning about how I can create wealth about myself. But when I was learning this, I got interested in it, and I thought that if I can opt it as a profession, it would be quite good. So my interest become my profession. That's why I get into this business.
Okay, okay, sir. So, what were the biggest challenges you faced in your journey, especially in financial services sector?
Definitely. So if I talk about the biggest challenge, that it is a kind of an unconventional business and a completely new field in India. Like uh, we can see if we look about the financial saving of individual in the past, it is used to be an individual decision. They used to invest in real estates, individuals, or they invest in fixed income. But financial planning as a profession, or individuals seeking professional advice, was very limited. So I think that if the disposable income of Indians increases, this the people will need financial advice, and people will get aware about it. So I thought that it is a good profession to be into. So this is the biggest challenge, that the awareness is right now not there.
And my next question would be that what I want to ask from you is, do you feel that illiterate people, I mean, is it difficult for you to just advertise your business towards them? And moreover, I mean, illiterate people, they're not much smarter to understand what your field is or what your sector is. So, do you feel any gap when you just talk to them about your business or something like that?
Well, if I can say that even for literate or illiterate people,
Hmm.
financial planning is very important for all the individuals. And financial planning is more about common sense than any rocket science. So I feel that financial planning is important for everyone, whether he is literate or not literate. And about your question, that illiterate people are
Unknown about your business.
means they don't know about this business, or they are hesitant to ask for any help, or they're hesitant to pay for the services that of financial planning. But it is a challenge, but if we can communicate properly in simple words, then they can understand as well. And in the future, literacy rate will increase. So I don't think that it will be a big issue in the future.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what
Uh,
motivated you about this business? I mean, what you saw or what things were there which just motivated you to do this business? I mean, it's a very unconventional business. I mean, there are a few people only that know about financial saving or financial planning right now. So, how did you like got into this sector?
So first of all, I got interested in the sector because I like the sector. And second thing is that I think that the GDP of India is growing, so the incomes of Indian will grow. So I think that this sector will grow. As the income grows, individual income, household income grows, so does the need of financial planning will grow. I think that it is a very booming business of the future. That's why I think that I should do it.
And moreover, like you are doing this business as it is a service business, right? You are no tangible thing is involved in this business. So how do you like feel? I mean, you are just separating the things. Like in your business, there is no tangible item involved or
Right?
anything, but you are just dealing in services, right?
Definitely, you are 100% right that there are not no tangible asset involved. It means that there is no working capital and there is no capital as such. So it is a zero investment business, first of all, and moreover, soft skills are required. The good communication skills to convince other people is only required to get started into this business. So one of the very good things about this business, as compared to the other traditional businesses, like if you talk about manufacturing, then there is a very high capital involvement in that. But in this business, there is no capital involved. We just need to help other people, and in that process, we will make money for ourselves. So in this way, this business does not need any capital, so it can be very scalable if I'm able to communicate to a large audience.
Okay. So, like the next question would be like, what skills and quality do you consider like most important for running a business like the business you run, like Sri Balaji Investment successfully? Like, what are the main skills and qualities?
So the basic skill is of financial planning. Obviously, the knowledge of financial planning should be there. But I think that the most important skill is how you can communicate to a mass audience, whether it will be through digital marketing or social media or any other conventional method which was used previously, like newspaper ads and other things like that. But I think the biggest challenge is to make people aware that we exist. So if I'm into this business, my only goal when I came every day in the office will be that how I can communicate uh, my message to a large number of audience. And for that, I think that apart from knowledge, communication to a mass audience is very important. So we are still figuring out how we can crack this thing. But the basically it is through content creation and social media and running Instagram and Facebook ads and Google ads so that I can communicate my message to a mass audience.
Okay, okay, sir. So, like one more thing, like what is your current team size and like while recruiting or hiring, what do you think is like some necessary roles that a person should have for joining your team?
So we are basically a startup. We don't have a very large team, just a team of 2 or 3 people. But I think that the most important skill to be in our team is will be the sales skill, apart from the knowledge. Any person who will join our team should have a knowledge of financial planning. It is the most fundamental thing. Apart from that, if we talk about this business, he should be a master communicator. So technically, the most easiest method to communicate is by storytelling. So a person who is joining our team should be a good storyteller. And I myself try to improve my skill of how I can communicate my message to individuals in the most simplest way. Even I just want to say that whatever I want to communicate about financial planning, even a 5-year-old kid can understand. If my message is that simple, only then I can say that I have I have good communication skill.
And
So I think
yeah, please add on.
if someone is joining my team, then he should have this quality to communicate in the most simple words.
Okay. And I also have a question. I mean, when we discussed on the call, you told that you are managing funds about 3 to 5 CR, right? If I'm not wrong.
Right, right. Definitely.
Yeah.
You're
So,
correct.
yeah. So, do you feel difficult to handle those funds, or is there any risk involved while you handle this fund? I mean, do you have any risk in this business?
Definitely. If we talk about financial planning, then there are many methods of how an individual can save his money or invest his money. So there are broadly three or four categories in which a person can invest. First is the fixed income, like FD or the debt mutual funds, which gives fixed returns. Second category is about commodities like gold and silver. That in itself doesn't generate any income, but their value appreciates over time. And third is real estate, in which a person invests in a physical property, its value get appreciated over time, plus he gets some rental yield out of it. And the fourth is businesses. So the easiest way to invest in businesses is through mutual funds, where mutual fund buy ownership in the companies by themselves through an professional investment manager. So technically, if we want to invest in businesses, we can buy shares directly, but it is not recommended. So in mutual funds, a professional handles our investment on our behalf. So these are the four main asset categories in which an individual can invest. So if we talk about equity mutual funds, there is a risk that it can reduce in value due to market risks. Sometimes market go up, sometimes it goes down. So in these four asset classes, equity mutual funds are the most volatile. But if we see the past track record of 30 years, then equity mutual fund have given the most returns out of all the four asset classes. So if any individual comes to us for investment advice, the first thing we look is the risk appetite of the individual. So apart from equity mutual funds or any other thing like that, the first thing we look is the need of the individual. So first is the risk appetite. The second is what is the investment horizon of the individual. If he want to invest for 1 year or 2 year, then we never suggest equity mutual funds. We always suggest debt mutual funds.
Okay.
If the investment horizon is more than 5 years or 10 years, only then we suggest equity mutual funds for the
So,
individual.
how many types of mutual funds are there? Is it above five?
Definitely, mutual fund are basically broadly categorized into three categories. One is
O-
equity mutual funds, in
Okay.
which in which the investment is made in individual stocks of the companies.
Okay.
Second is debt mutual funds. They are fixed income mutual funds in which the investment is made in government securities or corporate bonds. And the third category is hybrid mutual funds, in which a mix of equity and debt is invested into the market,
Okay.
and
So,
returns are based on that.
in which mutual fund do you work more majorly?
Well, it depends upon the risk appetite of the individual. We suggest if a person is starting out, then he should start with a debt mutual fund, which
Okay.
has the minimum risk of investment. But
Okay.
if the investment horizon of the individual is more than 5 years or 10 years, then, or he's planning for a very long-term goal like a children education or or his child marriage or retirement planning, then we always suggest equity mutual funds to invest.
Okay.
And in equity mutual fund as well, uh, the first thing, very simple, we suggest to buy in an index fund. So
Okay.
which will basically track the index returns.
Okay. So on like based on your experience, what advice would you give to management students who want to start a non-conventional business like yours in future or something else, but like a startup advice, like what you have to keep in mind to like uh just do it.
Yes. So if anyone wants to start a business, first thing he should do is to find his passion. If any individual want to pursue a career in anything, then he first need to find his passion, what he is passionate about. This is the first thing which I will advise. So if someone wants to, suppose in our industry, if someone wants to get into the financial services industry, it is definitely a very good industry. If he is passionate about this industry, then definitely he will make a very good career out of it. And this industry will continue to grow 10 to 15% for the next 20, 30 years. I have no doubt about it. So if an individual is passionate about the financial services industry and wants to get into this industry, then it is a very booming industry and he will do very good.
Okay. Thank you, Vibhas sir. It was so nice to talk to you, and thanks for sparing time
Thank
for
you so
us.
much. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Aryan
sir.
and Aru. It was nice meeting with you.
And
Thank
one
you.
more participant, Manya. He also talked to you, right? But today he was busy, so I guess he'll communicate to you next time.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.